Alright, let's go. Sold out. Oh, we got the Smash players there.
Afternoon from the Belasco Theater here in Los Angeles as we get set for an exciting doubleheader of Nintendo tournament action. Of course, coming up later, we have the Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018. 8 players representing 6 countries as we get an early look at Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. But first, we have the grand finals in the Splatoon 2 World Championship. And to kick things off, let's welcome to the stage producer for Splatoon 2. Put your tentacles together for Mr. Nogami.
All right, nice. I don't know if Sendu's gonna join me. I don't know if he's here.
Hello everyone.
Oh, he spoke English.
皆さんこんにちは。私は人の姿に変身する不思議なイカを研究しているイカ研究所の研究員です。
Hello everybody, I am a squid researcher from Squid Research Labs, and as you know, I make it my business to study a mysterious form of inkling life.
スプラトゥーン2ワールドチャンピオンシップもいよいよ決勝戦です。
Well, we have finally found our way to the grand finals of the Splatoon 2 World Championship.
皆さん、昨日の大会はご覧いただいたでしょうか。
I hope you were able to tune into some of our preliminary matches yesterday.
Nice lower now, Chenny.
どのチームも
Daddy
本
Nogami.
当に素晴らしい戦いぶり
Yeah,
で
I'm
した
probably
が、
gonna stream some Smash
今
too.
日
Like
は
maybe
そ
not
の
all
中から
Smash. I don't know
勝
if
ち抜い
like
た
it's gonna be
2
better
つ
or
の
not.
チームによる対決です。
We witnessed some truly excellent play from all 4 teams who fought their way to this stage.
I
But
think they're
today,
gonna jump maybe one
it's
new
finally
mode,
time
like
to see the top 2 teams face off.
the top 2 teams, guys.
もう私が多くを語る必要はないと思います。
Oh, they saw Walkman in
オー
the
ディエンスの皆さんも
audience.
プレイヤーの皆さんも思う存分楽しんでください。
And I think that's all I really have to say. I just want everyone here in the theater, everybody watching at home, and all of the players to get ready for some inktastic action.
Inktastic action. Why am I not at the World Championship? Well, it's very easy. I lost to the guys who bet at CDX yesterday, and we are the only one who took them a game off.
And with that, we welcome you into the grand finals of the Splatoon 2 World Championship. I'm your spray-by-spray host, Jordan Cannon. Joining me, as always, the 2 finest Splatalists in all of Inkopolis, Ashley Esqueda and Charles 9 Whitehead. And before we get to our thoughts, let's take a look at what we saw from the ink pools yesterday. All of the semifinal action that we saw here at the Belasco Theater. We saw these 4 squads battle it out in some truly epic matchups. Set to Destroy X falling to the BackSquids in match 1. The GGBoyz representing Japan get the victory over Yeah Nah. Set to Destroy X gets the victory over Yeah Nah in the match 3, and then match 4, the GGBoyz secure the #1 seed in the semifinals over the BackSquids. And so we saw some terrific action, and I want to talk to you guys. Your thoughts on yesterday? I think we're still trying to catch our breath from everything we saw there, Ashley.
Oh my gosh, well I think you could easily call yesterday's last match a pretty big upset. I mean, the defending champions,
What is
USA,
it a pretty big upset? Like, EU is better than North America.
After some intense play, went to 5. I can't believe it. We were totally losing our minds. And 9, I mean, I think you of all people, I mean, backstage afterwards, we were just like shaking each other.
Here,
it was so much fun.
She has
I could barely breathe. It was so intense. And I've watched a lot of sets of Splatoon, believe me. I don't know if I've ever seen a better set of Splatoon than we saw yesterday between Set to Destroy X and the BackSquids. I hope that today's set can measure up.
Well, we have our 2 finalists, the GGBoyz from Japan and the BackSquids from Team Europe, but let's get to know our teams just a little bit better.
It's like these commentators are North American, like, whoa, USA can lose. Incredible, like, come on, guys.
Ink.
Oh, it's the same.
Ancient cultures to write sacred
Same as yesterday.
texts. It drips. Sometimes it drops. Early monks used it to create quiet masterpieces.
We never
Gutenberg
saw
pressed
this
it.
like
And
before.
today,
Fucking dead, like.
we use ink to
This is
determine
definitely
winner
the
of
best
Splatoon 2 World
trailer for
Championship,
Splatoon.
where 4 teams come together to compete for the coveted Sterling Squid. Representing Japan are the GGBoyz. Dynamon returns with his new team after splatting out over 800 teams in Japan and is now looking to bring that sterling squid home.
I am Dynamon.
Etona, Taich, Yamamichi.
We are GGBoyz.
And representing Europe is BackSquids. The winners of the Splatoon European Championship, this German team brings a fresh name and team spirit aplenty as they take on the rest of the world.
You know he forced this to not
hey,
smile.
You're supposed to smile here.
He's smiling. Hi, I'm Jin. I'm Echo. I'm Watson. I'm Kaito.
Why is Lin in? Why is Lin in the European team?
Now that we've met our teams, it's time to splat!
Why did you say we met our team? We didn't see.
Over 1,500 teams in regional qualifiers. We're down to
never
our
mind.
final two, so the bracket's pretty simple at this point. You have the GGBoyz from Japan taking on the BackSquids from Europe. The winner of this best of 7 will be crowned the champions of the Splatoon
best
2
of
World
7,
Championship. And 9, let's take a closer look at the BackSquids from Europe as far as what they were able to accomplish yesterday to find themselves here in the finals.
Well, anytime you go up against Set to Destroy X, you know you're going to have to deal with intense frontline pressure. The backliners that they ran, you see here on the sniper, that is Echo, and of course, Majin using that rapid blaster. It's so important that you're able to control the pressure. You see some great snipes right there, and the opponent has to deal with that. They can't keep running into the wall. Sometimes they do. They took advantage, and of course, Watson right here. Yesterday's human highlight reel seemed like every time there was a big play, he found himself in the middle.
And it was exciting because in that semifinal against Set to Destroy X, we got to the 5th game, and it was 2 points on tower control that separated either one of these teams from making it to the finals.
And on top of that, maybe the biggest pop-off that I've ever seen. The chairs were flying, headphones were flying. You can see it right here. Poor Kaito almost gets knocked down right here, has to get caught up. We have our people there in the back helping him stay up. But that's the raw emotion that you want to see. And if you thought that was big, if they pull off this win today, watch out.
And going up against them will be the GGBoyz from Japan.
Actually, I agree.
They overcame over
like,
800 teams
as I said
in their
earlier,
regional qualifier.
USA were like,
from them yesterday? They're undefeated.
How did they even lose?
The finals.
I mean, yesterday
it's like
we
STDX
saw
got all 3
a
lands.
lot of GGs. I mean, that is what they are known for, and that is what they brought to this tournament.
Like, they have no
Yamamichi out in that
land.
front line alongside Taiji. Alongside Taiji was absolutely indestructible. I mean, Yamamichi by himself, it's like having 2 separate players for each one of those dualies, and nobody could stop him. And so I think today, if BackSquids wants to get some work done, they're going to have to figure out how to neutralize Yamamichi.
And with Dynamon also, we saw him switch between that Dynamo roller and also the heavy Splatling, so very versatile from their backline player.
Really great job of giving cover, making sure that his frontliners were able to do their jobs.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the route that we will have for our championship. It's a best of 7. We'll be exploring each game mode except Turf War. We already covered that. So let's start with Splat Zone.
Normal rule
control, Clam Blitz, Rainmaker, and then if necessary, Game 5, we'll go back to Splat Zone, some more tower control, Game 6. I think everybody here would love to see 7 games. That would be concluded with Rainmaker. And then you look at the basic principles of Splat Zone, and with these teams, we obviously know it's a very easy goal. It's a matter of just getting ink in the zone and controlling it. But 9, oftentimes, it's really about making sure you can secure the zone and then get that push as you look at the rules over Splat Zones.
Guys, a flow to it, an ebb and flow, if you will. Whenever you have the zone, you know your opponent is going to build up their specials and use that to push back in. It's all about saving your specials for that moment and using that to kind of thrust aside that initial push and keep control of that zone.
And actually, a lot of times, it's making sure that you are making those calculated pushes, like 9 said. You want to make sure you've got a numbers advantage and some specials ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and of course, you always want to keep your eye on the clock because at some point, that music's going to kick in, and if it's close, you're going to want to get in there and really manage your specials as tightly
I say this
as you
because
can.
there was
and
a
so
lot of
communication is so
dynamite
key.
You
that
talk
happened,
about that
and then a lot of
communication
people
not
could
only is
see that there
important
were
in
new
relationships
weapons
in life,
that are
but
dynamite,
also
new
when it comes to
stages,
team
new
play
mode,
in Splatoon
2
here.
new modes
Nine,
actually for
tell us
rank.
a little bit more about these special
And it
communication
seems it wasn't the
devices
case,
these
and
teams
I
are using.
guess
Well, they
they
are special
didn't
communication
reveal
devices tailored
the-
specifically for this event. You saw it
they
in the
revealed-
early video.
they
There are
didn't
some
reveal the
sick
maps
decals
and
on the
like
side of
the
it.
stages.
And like you said,
They were
there's
going
only
to play
4
for grand
people
final
out here.
just
They
not to
all
give an
need to be
advantage to your
informed.
team.
If 2 of you go down, that's half your team. You're not
It's
going to
like-
get anything done.
All right, well, looks like our players
Very
are in the
surprising.
lobby right now getting set. And Ashley, just a reminder, they only get the main abilities with their clothing and decor.
Only main
you don't get
abilities.
those sub-abilities, so that's going to change some of the things these teams do as they get set for Splat Zone.
That's right. You're not going to see a 12 stack of swim speed today. So they're going to have to be a little more discerning, a
stack
little more
of
judicious
3C.
on what kind of loadouts they have. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the weapon loadout is. But Nine, what do you think everybody should be choosing in the way of? I mean, yes, we saw a lot of rapid blasters. I mean, I think that's the order of the day. But what else besides that do you think we're going to see?
Well, a healthy dosage of rapid blasters, a healthy dosage of inkjet. If you can use either one of those things,
Healthy
one weapon
dose.
actually is both of those things, the rapid blaster deco, so best of both worlds. But I think these teams, especially on this first map, Splat Zone's Walleye Warehouse, are going to use some ink armor. We didn't see it as much, but I know the NZAP a very popular pick here because it's so easy to get locked out.
Well, you mentioned the stage that will be on Walleye Warehouse. And Ashley, what do you notice about this one when it comes to Splat Zones?
I mean, I love Walleye Warehouse because there's so many ways to get into the center of the map, and a couple of them are ink-proof, right? So you have some grates that you can walk on.
It
You don't
starts
have to worry
now.
about
Whoa,
getting
it starts
locked
so
out of that
fast.
lane. So I think that's
I was
going to be
not
the
ready.
most exciting part.
Well, let's go with the signature. Let's get it cracking. Game
They're
one
playing-
of these grand
oh my
finals.
God.
The GGBoyz from Japan.
Where's this
in
come?
the orange taking on the BackSquids. from
Dynamite
Europe in
playing the
purple.
TGS.
And let's look at this loadout here. Nine, any surprises?
This is
Well,
really
we do see
okay.
that NZAP
No real
85
surprise
weapon
for me.
that's kind of fallen out of favor recently.
Still Dynamite
But
playing,
like we
not playing
mentioned
rapid.
earlier,
Kaito takes the kill. Let's go. Double kill from
Although
Europe.
Already, Yamamichi going
Get
down.
control,
This is a great
Rose.
Opening for the BackSquids.
Kaito getting the splat right there. 430.
Oh,
This
Dynamite
one
to God.
early advantage right now.
All right,
for
get
the
some jumps,
BackSquids,
Rose.
83 to 100 as
That's
that score
insane.
continues to drop for the BackSquids.
My
of
boy
Europe.
Watson gets the
4-3
pick on
advantage
the
map.
Yamamichi.
And Ashley, they wasted no time at claiming that Splat Zone.
No time at all, and Watson is doing exactly what I said they needed to do, which is neutralizing Yamamichi before he
Using-
can even get close to anyone else on the
Using
team.
the Stingray doesn't
Go
seem
with
to get
the
it.
Stingray.
They're gonna get
Another
fucked right now.
Stingray being deployed by
This is the moment where
Dynamite.
Europe gets
Stingray on
rolled.
Stingray. And we
Yeah.
have the GGBoyz seizing control of the zone, putting that 38-second penalty on
This
the
was pretty
BackSquids
badly
now.
done. They used
Yeah,
Stingray
and
when
it was
before
great
they
that
used
Dynamo
even
was
all
able to
specials.
not go
So
down
it's
in
like
that situation. A
they
trade
use
is not
Cloud
what
and
they
they
wanted
could
'cause
push
they
them
did
all
not have as much
back,
pressure
and
in
then
the middle.
the Stingray from
Allowed them to
Dynamite could
continue to
easily
put
pick off
pressure
Echo
down
like this.
With that Stingray, although it does look like it switched all the way back.
BackSquids reclaiming control of the zone. 51-87 as they cut into that penalty. Kaito with another splat on Yamamichi.
Well, some people complain they
4-3
hear
on
me
the
too
field,
high.
4-2, and you start to see the forces for the BackSquids.
Like some
here.
people complain they hear me too high. Some
Trying to
other
keep
people
the
complain I speak
GGBoyz
too low.
at bay.
Yeah,
Too low,
I
so.
really like seeing what Echo's doing here with the splat.
That's
He's literally
pretty
keeping
big.
everyone out of this lane that Dynamo
Like,
is
pretty
trying
damn
to
big
put some ink
inkjets.
down on so that they can get around and try to flank.
This looks really bad for you.
Game one against the GGBoyz, but here come the
Like they
Boyz.
take full control. I think it's Gene you don't want to give.
And 9, you look at Yamamichi.
You want to give control true.
The Inkstorm, beautiful use of both specials.
Like it's gonna be very important that Kaito gets a bunch of things with the inkjet. Same for Majin.
By himself, maybe a little bit too aggressive. I like that he didn't go in too deep with that. He's applying pressure here, but he's
Let's go.
not
Let's
too
go. Get
far
some
from the
kick.
rest of
Get
the
some
team.
kick on the Emperor.
Dodging and rolling, trying to super jump back. Here comes an inkjet and a baller being deployed for the BackSquids. Zone is at neutral at this point.
Oh, Majin gets a trade with Vadona. They got 2 picks.
They're now just 18 seconds away from tying this game up.
Jump off, jump off, jump off.
3-1 advantage on the field for the GG.
This is so hard because when they get control,
And it looks
Japan
like
is insane.
Yamamichi has found his rhythm, and now it's the GG
And doesn't
boys
quite seem that
pressure on the BackSquids.
EU could be as insane when they had control, you know?
Yeah, I mean this is what they do best. They are so good at making
Yeah,
sure
that's insane.
that if there is any tiny bit of taking a step too close to their base, they can
Okay.
take advantage of that and really convert.
And that
Honestly,
will do it. The
Splat Zones
GG
is
boys
the game mode
turning the
they can
momentum
lose.
against the BackSquids,
And it was still
locking
a pretty
things
close
down
game.
and getting the victory.
It's just that
Splat
EU
Zones
crumble
in
at the
9.
end.
We really seem to see the GGBoyz settle down and really play some excellent play, and they stayed alive and put the pressure on the BackSquids.
And at the beginning, they were getting
Look at Taiji's like so happy.
Starting to get a little bit staggered. We saw almost immediately Yamamichi went down, but once they got locked out that second time, they grouped back up. They used Dynamon's Stingray to push back in. Even if you don't splat somebody with it, sometimes the damage is enough so that someone else can come in and get that
It would be nice, just like
it was all about the
we could actually see the
BackSquids coming out
KD
aggressively.
at the end.
They were able to secure the zone, hold it for the majority of the match early on, but then you saw the GGBoyz take control of it. And Splat Zones is a hard mode to come from behind them, but we saw the GGBoyz able to accomplish that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is at the very beginning, I think you were right. I think Yamamichi maybe got out there by himself and was maybe a little bit exposed and was able to get splatted a couple of times by the BackSquids, but then
she really loves Yamamichi.
Rhythm, got together, communicated.
It's like Taiji doesn't exist.
We started seeing
like you have Taiji, which is pretty much the best player overall from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2 with Tantec and Blaster,
I think that
and it's like completely ignored. Like we just know about Yamamichi, the main Emperor.
Next we have tower control, so let's take a look at the basic layout of that for those of us that haven't had a chance to play this glorious game mode. Ride the tower into the enemy's base. Yes, it's a tower in tower control. Surprise, surprise. The tower moves automatically on a set path once a player is on it, and if the battle ends without the tower reaching the goal, the team with the lowest goal distance wins. But we talked about this yesterday, 9. Those checkpoints are going to be different in every single stage, and being able to manage and get past those checkpoints oftentimes makes the difference.
And if you do have a Stingray, you're going to use it. If you're not tired of Stingray, you will be by the end of this mode. Stingray is so powerful for clearing off that tower, especially if it
Look at 9 commentating.
You know exactly where everybody's going to be. Just clean it up, let your frontliners go in. It's a nice back and forth.
I really love what you said there.
Boys, Ashley, we saw
like about the Stingray.
Heavy splatling on the tower, and instead of using the charger, you look at the ability of the heavy splatling. What advantages does it have?
I think for Dynamon, I mean, he's a roller guy, right? So I think we see a lot of the heavy splatling as opposed to a charger, just because one, you can put down so much ink on the ground and give lanes to your teammates, where with a charger you're maybe putting down a little bit less ink, you have to be a little more precise, and also you leave yourself open to people coming around and flanking you from behind.
9, let's chat about some sub-weapons here. What do you think plays well in tower control?
Well, if you've got a bomb, now's the time to use it. Pretty much all of them great, but if you have some Toxic Mist, you know, it's not a bad idea. The people who are on the tower, they're going to be trying to fire back at you. You throw that Toxic Mist on there, suddenly they don't have those resources, makes it a little easier to stop that push.
We'll be doing tower
control. He's really good at commentating. That's really impressive. Like, he's super fluent at giving very important information. So I don't know if he prepared his speech, like if they prepared the questions, but honestly, what he says is really accurate, and he speaks it well. This is nice to see, you know,
to work on it and to really figure out what their strategy is. So we might see some improvisation here as we kind of get closer to the end checkpoints.
Let's get set for game number 2 in this grand final of the Splatoon 2 World Championship. A wonderful crowd here at the Belasco Theater on hand to see who will be crowned the champions of the world.
This map really went super badly for EU yesterday in Splat Zones.
Europe in the green. Let's take an initial look at the loadout.
So I really hope that they can actually do something at Japan.
This was the money comp for them last time. We saw that incredible Game 5 tower control match. It was Echo on the charger.
Nice pick.
And Majin on this Rapid Blaster Pro. Echo, like you said, Ashley, a big responsibility. Needs to get some picks early on to help start this push.
Dynamon not wasting any time getting control of that Stingray. A splat for splat.
We didn't see what Dynamon did with the Stingray, but it seemed to have been nice shot by Echo.
The tower gets stuck right there. Taiji trying to make some ground, ink some turf right now. Going to use that ink jet, trying to put some pressure on the spawn of the BackSquids. But now it's 4-4 on the field.
Nice pick, nice pick.
Reclaimed by the GGBoyz as Dynamon trying to lock things down like a padlock.
They need to kill Yamamichi fast.
I think that was really smart by Taiji to get forward. Try to
nice pick, Echo.
Away
Echo is really solid right now.
They could put some numbers up on the map.
And 9, we see Kaito at work at this point. What have we seen from the BackSquids in their strategy early on?
Well, actually, things were looking kind of bad for them. Yamamichi was taking the attention of 2 people.
That's super dangerous inkjet to use there.
Single-handedly push in and get the splats necessary to stop that. We do see the Stingray here. This push might be a little bit delayed, but their defense has been strong.
Like, the attack from EU is good, but they're not finding any enemies to use their brawler or the inkjet on. It seems that finally he found one.
Yesterday we're seeing buckets in their nightmares thanks to Watson and what he was able to do, and now the BackSquids have control of the tower. They start to improve their scores. Watson continues to provide some support. Yamamichi, though, gets the splat on Watson, trying to put some pressure on the tower, and that's how you place it.
Yeah, not surprising, I was saying.
How many times are we going to say this guy's name? Yamamichi found a way behind all of that pressure, took out the defender of the tower, and it gave his team the chance to come back in and clean it up. What a play.
And so now using the Ink Storm, Ink Jet by Yamamichi being deployed as well too. So you've got a couple of specials in use right now for the GGBoyz and a couple more in the tank. Keep an eye out for the Stingray.
That's so big.
Yamamichi putting on a clinic for right now until Watson's able to stop things. Ken Watson, that baller against the Inkjet, taking on 2 G.
That was incredible play. It's so hard to do this with bowler. That's insane.
The progress of GGBoyz.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they almost they cleaned out all of them. Let's go. Come on, EU.
I've been more terrified of somebody carrying a bucket in my whole life, and honestly, it's working for him because Echo is on the tower and they are riding it in.
68-75, tightly contested match here. No team has cleared the first.
Oh, baby!
Echo! Unbelievable.
No, don't do this! I saw it coming. Like, if you Stingray after and you're already weak, you're fucking dead.
Is one of the biggest buzz kills I've ever seen. They had all the momentum.
They can't take the lead now.
Not go down. They do lose the lead, but they're in a much
Get the
better
pick.
spot to defend.
Come on, Echo.
So the super jumps are back. This is
Oh, rip.
The BackSquids putting some pressure on the GGBoyz, but the GGBoyz climb back up on top of the tower. 4-2 on the map. 2 minutes left. 14-point advantage for the BackSquids of Europe.
Alright, this game's not over. One team needs to take a good lead before we can say it's like, it's good.
4-3 on the field. They're looking for big numbers advantage.
They have all special. Oh, he gets the pick on Taiji with the random range of the range shot. It's insane.
Continue to provide some defense. We're at a minute 45.
They don't have Stingray though.
Dynamon on the tower. What do the GGBoyz need?
Etona goes down now.
Well, they need this to be a big steal.
Oh. Doesn't seem like Echo aim was enough, but it seems all the other members are dead, so. Oh my god! He's giving jumps to everyone just because he's still alive. Like, it's going so hard right now. Like, honestly, Dynamo is really carrying this game.
Right now, 1-0 advantage for our best of 7. The GGBoyz trying to tie things up here in tower control. You see the baller being deployed by Watson. Can we see Spain the defense?
Yes, let's go.
No,
nice turn off. They just need to kill Taiji now.
1 minute left. Ink Storm.
They all jump into tower.
We have an Ink Jet ready, but Ashley, BackSquids getting on the tower. Here's where they have.
Oh my fucking god!
They have to make a defensive stand.
If Taiji gets the kill on the Echo.
Very, very hard for them.
Oh my god, this is so bad for EU!
He's on his way back to the tower, dropping bombs immediately.
They can't get back on tower! They can't get back on tower!
Jumping into the tower, it is getting.
They're not on tower!
68-54, GGBoyz on the tower.
This is their best chance, like, they have so much time advantage.
GGBoyz, this has to be.
Oh my god, that sucks.
It's going to be, he's got to be.
You got this, Echo! Yes! Yes! That's my boy!
With the assist, but that allowed Watson to
get the kill on Yamamichi.
Yamamichi stay alive long enough here. Watson
Watson down.
But because of the geography of this level, it's going to be difficult as a flank comes in.
Oh my god. They're still on tower. This is so intense. Yes, Kaito, my boy. Keep it up. It's 4v2. That's game. That's game. That's 1-1, guys.
The sky and pops the inkjet like a balloon, but we're in overtime. GGBoyz lose the tower.
Let's go.
Come from behind.
Let's be honest.
Left in that match,
for Europe, like on BackSquids, they have Echo and Kaito both were top 1 in solo queue. In solo queue tower control at 1 point, so you know.
The BackSquids getting it done.
And you can't say enough about Kaito's performance in that game. I know we saw some highlight stuff there at the end, but so often you saw him engaged in those one-on-one duels with Taiji and Yamamichi, 2 of the best frontliners doing it right now. More often than not, he came out on top in those situations, and we will not be bringing out the broom today.
And Ashley, we saw a lot of Stingray versus Stingray, and it seemed like a critical point at the end where you had both of those, and the BackSquids were able to get that splat on Dynamon. That really seemed to secure the victory for them.
It really did. I mean, I would say that was the clutch moment where if
I'm sorry if my mic is too high.
That entire Stingray and had taken out Echo, instead of it being a trade, I think this could have been a very different end.
Just an exhilarating match. Let's go ahead and look back at some of the replays here. And 9, walk us through what we're seeing here, because we saw the momentum swing side to side throughout this match.
I think GGBoyz didn't get that much wipes. It's like one big thing that happened is that they got a wipe, and the tower was just climbing up, and they had to make all the turn away, like right here on the screen, you can see. And they lost so much time there, and Echo had time to build up the Stingray. And this is the main reason why they couldn't get the lead there. You know?
I'm glad that you mentioned that final splat being so important. They didn't have time to get up there before the respawns happened.
So now it's 1-1. We're guaranteed.
This is the man. This is the man.
Everybody here, both these teams, as you see how evenly matched they are, Ashley, and the passion and also the organization we're seeing from both of these teams. These pushes.
It's not like they ignored the objective. I think just because they were jumping, and they were all such in a bad position for this.
I'm so impressed with the.
And I also wish they could show the KDs like.
This tournament, the shot calling has been very good. The communication has been so good, and honestly, seeing them watch each other's backs, it's
like my
so
biggest concern with the Japanese comp is that
by yourself.
They only have one player who plays both the Rapid and the Stingray. So it's Dynamo, and this guy just has to switch like between just having Rapid or just having a Stingray. And Stingray is like so important. They have to have one for most maps.
You toss clams into the enemy
and we have Etona. Etona is just like not very fitting the comp with this custom dual squasher, it seems. It's like, it really seems to not be so impactful in the games.
It's not a court 9, but it's on a what? Field is the magic word we're looking for. You'll still get the sporty sports, my buddy.
No 4-0, 4-1 maybe?
I'm going to entertain you. I am not going to do it today, sir.
A power clam is needed to break the basket's barrier. 1 clam equals 3 points. A power clam equals 20 points.
I'm pretty confident we can see a win from
this is one of those game modes, 9, where it can be
from GGBoyz, from EU here.
About clam management and the currency that's on the field at this point.
We call it the clam economy because it's so important to have your clams. We saw yesterday in the Set to Destroy X versus BackSquids game, Set to Destroy X had moments where they were pushing up, but they just didn't have the clams to follow it up. Because of that, teams will sometimes wait until they have enough of those power clams to really make a dent, because there is a penalty associated if you aren't able to score enough points.
And you don't want to give a pity clam to the opposing team, especially when they're already in the lead.
Yeah, we don't know the map yet.
And their weapons, it will be Clam Blitz on Manta Maria and
Manta Maria, okay. So that's a pretty good map for BackSquids, I think. It's a very strong map for the backline, like for the heavy. It's a very strong map for Rapid.
And so and it's also a little
I think at the same time they also have Watson, who has the Slush Deco, and with the bowler.
I think we're gonna see a lot of
with the bowler, it's gonna be able to sneak close to tower and give some jumps to his team, I think.
On that Splat again, and I think Echo is almost definitely going to be on a charger.
Players in the lobby, they're getting set still, and we talk about having the power clam here, 9, and obviously
NMD, about their analysis, I think the analysis from 9, which is the guy on the right, is really good. And that's why he's there, like, you know. They had one guy from Nintendo who is more for the casual team, the girl who's for the visuals and for the casuals as well, and 9 who's really the professional guy who knows how the game works and such and so on. So I think the commentary is really good. And it's good, they actually make something to show off everyone.
Squids of Europe in the green, and let's break down these loadouts here and some of these main abilities.
All right, we have the Slusher Deco, but no heavy. With no heavy from Japan. Yamamichi does the exact same play, but didn't work this time. There was a wall to stop him. And Yamamichi goes down very early to Kaito.
Kaito getting the splat on Yamamichi early in this one. 4-3 advantage for the BackSquids. Neither team with a power clam at this point. You're looking to get 10 clams to get that power clam. You of course can share.
All right, let's go, baby.
Pass them off, and when you get splatted at,
they have 18 clams. If they can work it out.
Yeah, you're giving up the clams to potentially to other team, but
oh, they're so coordinated.
Keep them away from
like the Japanese players.
Until they disappear.
They just completely perfectly went in with the bowler and followed up the damage.
Cover some ink, and 9, we talk about this. You focus on
didn't seem to be enough though. There are 3 people down. Like the Slosher is coming back. Taiji is the last one alive, and we have Etona coming back.
Give your team plenty of space to move around.
Right. The fundamentals of the game never go away. You make sure that you control.
The fact that Watson is down right now is like so big.
Here in Clam Blitz, you can see the clams that are under your turf, so it's one more reason why you
Kaito gets a trade. It's gonna be a situation that favors Japan right now, and they get everything. I don't know if they can defend Dynamon pushing here. Let's go, Watson. Let's go, baby. Alright, full wipe. They've got a full wipe. They were Imagine already has a bull. So from this power clam.
That's one of the things that
And
is so
from
dangerous
Imagine power clam, we can also remember that they're gonna get another power clam from the respawn of the barrier.
an entire team wipe.
So we just that's insane. They just need like they have 3 balls. Like get it. They just need Watson to get 1 ball and they will jump and it's GGT has a ball. Do it, Watson. All jump 40. You go in tilt to 40. All 3. 1, 2, 3. They all jumped. Let's go. Yeah. This is insane. This mode is fucking insane.
That is exactly what you want to see. Textbook play, but you're seeing now Dynamon.
Alright, so
tried to do the exact same thing. You see 21 clears.
we have Dynamon with the bull now. They have almost 2 bulls ready for Japan. But it seems that Etona is down, so Etona is the social deco guy, alright? Etona down very early seems really really bad for them. Dynamon gets the double direct. That's so good, like.
Close range can still get the job done. Dynamon trying to avoid the splat, but gets hit by the BackSquids, and now it's 2:15 left.
Let's go. Alright, I really like how this game works.
Showing its head.
All you have to do at this point, if you're the BackSquids, is play really great defense. And unfortunately,
It seems that BackSquids like really starting to have a good control of this game. Like they still have more clams, despite they're like literally losing it all the time.
Etona getting the power clam. However, you've got another one for the BackSquids at this point. And 9, both of these teams have a stiff penalty, so it's going to be a coordinated effort if you're looking to improve your score.
It is.
All right.
I love the way that BackSquids have been playing this defense. They know that they can't let the ball.
All right, the jump is coming. It shouldn't be enough. Nice trade, nice trade. Okay.
I don't know if they were able to get any other.
Taiji has a bunch of clams. Taiji has the clams.
Able to go through.
They're all down. No way.
We'll see if this is going to be enough.
Oh my god.
Baller comes in.
Taiji, and you saw.
Oh my god, that sucks.
And now the GGBoyz are building up their lead. 29-40, but a 30-point penalty. Look at the timer at the top of your screen as well too. That still has.
They're getting wrecked now.
You can keep tossing clams as long as there's some purple there. GGBoyz looking for one more clam. Can it get there in time?
This is. Oh! Holy shit! They don't have time. They're gonna have to back up fast now.
Themselves a 17-point lead.
Nice kill, Eiko.
If you're the BackSquids,
all right, so
you got to shift from defense to offense.
EU just need to get a few kills, and they need to get. It's complicated. They're at 70 points. So they need 2 power clams, 2 power clams, and 3 clams. It's very hard. Let's see if Echo gets some value from the bubbles here.
At this point, are there enough on the field for the BackSquids to make a comeback?
Well, anytime you see.
They're enough. Like, just Watson needs to make a ball with this 8 clams because he's gonna die too fast. There are clams behind you, Watson.
Power clam and a lot more points. Watson's gonna be forced to use this.
Oh, that's so bad.
To make this push the other way, and it looks like they might.
That's so bad.
GGBoyz able to shut the door on the push of the BackSquids.
That's really complicated right now.
They're gonna go ahead and just get the.
Okay, they were insane. Honestly,
on Clam Blitz, and they're now up 2-1.
the one play from EU was crazy, but then the rest, they were just getting rolled. Like, honestly, Japan was so much better there.
Offensively minded here, 9, and because of that, the GGBoyz were able to play some defense and then close the door on this match.
And that was just dirty. They snuck behind there. You saw at the top of the screen, one of the members of the BackSquids had super jump there. They thought they had it, but that allowed the GGBoyz to sneak behind them, score, and there was no one there to play defense.
And actually, we saw at the end of this game.
I think it was an actual C9 by Europe, honestly.
To make sure there wasn't enough money in the bank for the BackSquids to make.
Like what Sam Buller did was a very complicated decision for him. It's like there are 2 things. First, he runs all special savers, so he doesn't have any special power up. Second, there are 2 players around him, so he gets destroyed very fast if he takes damage from anyone that's close to him.
One of the highlights of this match.
So what happens here is that he has to make a decision between going for the baskets and giving jump to one of his teammates because only one of his teammates had a ball there. And this moment is fucking insane. Like, and Watson, like, it was super hard decision to make, honestly.
His team had just a little bit more. Taiji got there.
But this is really the only play he got in this game. Overall, they really got rolled. The complete game, like I said of this. Like Taiji is just beneath Magin, still gets the kill somehow.
Was in a bad situation that allowed his team to jump in.
Like, that was really hard. It is best of 7, by the way.
And it seemed like that was most likely the most critical point. Sure, you'll see highlights of that triple super jump, but Taiji's ability to lock down the base, get that wipe, really secured the victory.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt Japan is the strongest and biggest region for sure, and Europe is definitely the second biggest and strongest.
Winning those one-on-ones, and that ends up in conversions, and you are going to be
2438 is a player from Libal and Calamari.
2-1 advantage in our grand finals, courtesy of the GGBoyz.
Libal and Calamari are the players who lost to Japan
for those of you at home
in grand finals, so it's like quite funny that he commentates for GGBoyz, since I also lost to EU, like to BackSquids in finals of the European Championship, pretty much.
If the battle ends without a KO, the team with the lowest goal distance will win. And take us through some high-level strategy with Rainmaker. Where does the coordination begin with this mode?
Well, you want to make sure that you have an alleyway secured before you make that push. There's, of course, moments where a scramble occurs, you take 2 or 3 down, and you just run it all you can. But these teams are so good at identifying where the Rainmaker is going to go and being preemptive. Don't be surprised if it takes a 2, 3, maybe even 4 down situation before they're willing to pick up that Rainmaker.
And a lot of times, Ashley, with that
good start,
good.
You
really have to be
9 is really good,
efficient.
honestly.
You've got to stay on the back.
It's like he gives professional insight from a good player, but at the same time, he makes it still accessible for a player who's like understand the general purpose of a objective payload game, like this kind of stuff.
Giving you some time, to load up the Rainmaker and actually fire it, because there's a little bit of a delay there, and on top of that, create those lanes for you to get you closer to the goal.
And you look at Camp Trigger.
Yeah, I mean, like there were no fucking seeding for that European Championship.
About this stage as it pertains to Rainmaker and how you navigate this match.
I don't think ELF would have
gap in the middle of the
against
map,
us,
and
honestly.
I think that ends up being a little bit of a. There's a little bit of a back and forth across the way, as you would as summer camp, of course. And I think it's going to be a really fun thing to watch some of the longer range weapons get across that divide and really start picking off people.
And 9, as far as loadouts go with particular weapons, we've seen a wide variety already in the first 3 games.
No, I'm not saying anything about the girl Jordan. I think
typically
they're like when you have casters like this, you all have roles. Like 9 is the one who's professional. He's the one who's going to give the insights from this. It's not going to be Jordan or the girl saying this. I think they're all complementing each other. Like, Oh, let's go, baby. Rainmaker Camp. Rainmaker Camp is honestly a fucking meme map from Splatoon 1. Like, and we have Taiji playing Gluga Deco. This is really insane.
Already with the Rainmaker. Trying to advance.
It's the triple duelist team still.
The GGBoyz trying to make this a quick.
And it wasn't that. Oh my god.
Just being very patient as his teammates can clear things out. And
oh, this is so bad. They're gonna finish the game.
I was about to say that exact thing here. It's not going
yes! To be let's go, baby. Nice shit, Kaito.
But you can see there's still 3 members there. This one's gonna go even further, and Yamamichi is all up in them right now.
Alright. That's a really good lead. But this is just opening lead, It's definitely not over.
And they're going to go take that Rainmaker and just clear it on out of here. You clearly don't want that right by your base. They're going to just guard it and let it reset.
I guess they want to give time to...
Here we see Echo with that charger once again. Actually, and picking people
off
once again.
That's some sick aiming there.
Beautiful. Echo is so good on that charger, and I was surprised he wasn't on it last game, and I am just more than happy to see him on it this one.
350 left in this.
Well, last game was Clamblitz. Clamblitz is not very good first charger.
Now, courtesy of the GGBoyz, they have the advantage and the lead, 30-0 at this point on Camp Triggerfish. And what we've seen already, 9, is every single stage has a particular route you can go with the Rainmaker, and the GGBoyz wasting no time building this lead.
They're being kind of greedy here. You see they're putting pressure on both sides at the same time. There is that nice little ink rail that kind of allows you access to both sides.
It really looks hard for EU right now.
In the Splatoon 1 iteration,
like Yamamichi is like rolling on them.
For more, you see Etna does get taken out pretty.
Alright. Etna is down. They have the Stingray. He gets the picks. Maybe gets the double. Oh, it's a bullet. Never mind.
It's solid defense, but we got to see some offense.
Like Taiji's weak. Just need to take out Taiji. That's good.
Stopping the movement of the Rainmaker at that point. Kaito using that splatter shot, trying to create some more ground for his team to operate.
Alright, so they're gonna let it freeze it again.
But we haven't seen a shred of offense.
They need someone to watch for the flank.
Ready to go for Kaito.
This is very early in Jet with only 2 members alive. Oh, 2 opponents alive. I don't think Xingjet's gonna... I was gonna say Xingjet was not gonna find much targets, but that's still pretty good.
But they have to deal with Dynamon and that Inkjet, Ashley.
Yeah, that is very dangerous. It looks like Watson just got splatted, so it just gave Dynamon a whole lot of real estate to work with Itona right here. Got people jumping in already. Here's Yamamichi. Now again, you've got
it looks like Japan keeps
GGBoyz
jumping to each other. They're almost faster to get back in. And we have EU, like, they die a lot more, and they seem to come back much slower, right?
Getting splatted by Etna. Etna with those dual squelchers putting in some work right now. 2:10 left in this one. 4-4, plenty of time here. However, if you're the GGBoyz, you know that you've got the lead. Do you shift to a defensive mindset here, 9?
I don't think you change up the...
Alright, that's the double kill they needed to start. Now you just need a pick on Etona and Dynamon. That's the pick you want! You just need to kill Dynamon. Come on, Majin. Keep up the pressure. He jumped back. Okay. This is the push from EU now. He gets the pick, Kaito! Watson gets Taiji now! Taiji's still alive! Taiji's fucking down! They need to stay away from the Inkjets. He gets the trade in the Inkjets!
Help improve that score. You've got those cargo.
Nice.
It's going to be very difficult to
He's
navigate.
dead!
Trying to avoid the splat.
Oh my fucking god, he dropped! That's a choke! The Rainmaker got caught! This is the biggest choke ever!
30-30, but
It's not all!
got there first.
Someone pick up the Rainmaker!
Can they get anyone up there? Kaido's got to run up there and grab that. The Inkjet's not...
They're both dead!
The splash wall might...
No! Kaito got the pick! He's still alive! Kaito, give Charles and pop the rain!
Kaito can't do it himself. He has to focus on the threat that's ahead.
They got 3 picks! Someone pick it up!
Can anybody grab it?
He got the kill! He got the kill! Oh my fucking god!
The BackSquids take the lead.
Oh my god! Yes!
The BackSquids
This is insane!
and put some pressure on the GGBoyz, and they lock this thing up here, Ashley.
Wow.
2-2.
I mean, I really thought that Rainmaker was gonna go.
Honestly, this is the biggest C9 I've ever seen. GGBoyz had like all the players getting picked off at the worst moment. They all rushed in. They all gave themselves.
Deploying right that area of the map against the...
It's so close, like, I didn't expect it to be so close.
Set that Rainmaker. Let's take a look at the replay from all of the action that we just watched.
I want a replay from someone else's perspective.
Back and forth.
Because look at this. Here, you have Etona rolling, it gets picked off. Like somehow Echo pick. Look at Majin here. Majin gets the clutch pick. And the guy here in front, he rolled down, goes to Majin, gives a free push to 30 to Echo. There is Watson behind. He's easily able to get the pick on the guy in front, and Kaito is the only one who could survive from this and gives easy like lead to Majin.
Any better, Yamamichi
That's insane.
trying his best, but with coordination like that, there's nothing a single
Hey,
player
thanks,
can
Abe,
do.
for the
4-0 wipe like Charmin at the end right there. Excellent job, and you see the Stingray getting the critical splat, able to stop things right there. And Ashley, we now have ourselves at least a game 6.
I mean, this is what we all want as Splatoon fans. This is the thing you want to see. We wanted to see a real championship match, and that is exactly what
a real championship. Okay, this is definitely a real championship match. Like, I've not been disappointed at all since yesterday. We got this game from Europe and North America between SCDX and BackSquids, and now this is like insane.
3 times in a row to become victorious. You now give yourself some breathing room.
And you look at how that third game went. It was the BackSquids who got off to that big lead there with that incredible 3 power acclaim score at one time, and then it was the GGBoyz saying, we're just going to take the win right out of those sails. That time the roles were completely reversed. It was the GGBoyz who came out on top at the start.
Hey, thanks for the sub, great baked potato, appreciate it, man. Welcome to the Sorin squad. And thanks for the bits as well.
Advantage. It looked like they were almost about to win the game the first 30 seconds.
Last year, Stomp.
They never
last year was not really like, I don't know if last year
absolutely
counts as competitive events, because last year was all the teams discovering
whenever I am in a situation
like all the teams were discovering Splatoon 2. No one had experience on it. No one ever knew how to play this game. It was just SCDX was very smart, like understanding the game, understanding that Charger was too hard to play for someone who just picked up Pro Controls of Power, played heavy Splatling instead, and the Japanese player was a Charger main. I actually played Charger and they didn't do much, honestly. And CDX also understood that Starshot was a very accessible and very easy weapon to do well with without much experience. And that's where SCDX shined, because they had two players with the Starshot. And with only the few weapons that were available, it was really good for them. Alright guys, if EU wins this game, I can assure you they are going to win the championship. It's a Splat Zone game. This is really a game they can win. And we have Echo on the blaster. Yamamichi goes down early. And let's go, baby. Alright, full wipe at start.
4-0 wipe now from, again, both of these short-range compositions, but now the lockout starts. If you remember, the first Splat Zones game that we saw started exactly like this. Can the BackSquids turn the tides?
Watson with that baller ready to go, trying to avoid both a sprinkler and a couple of curling bombs.
Alright, it seems that they could use all specials used on the side of GGBoyz. It pops off and doesn't seem to be enough with the bowler. Eton against the trade, 2v2 situation, Echo and Kaito versus Dynamon and Yamamichi. Kaito goes down, it's only Echo now, all full wipe on the side of Europe, and Japan is going to take the lead, the control here. And remember what we saw on the previous game on Warehouse Fight Zones, was that Japan was definitely insane and holding control and taking all the advantage they could, like stopping EU from doing a retake. And I hope it's not what we're gonna see here, but it is very, like, it's highly probable, like, big chances it happens, because right now we can see EU is already struggling. Each of them are getting picked off pretty much one by one, and it doesn't seem their understanding of Splat Zone is as deep as the ones from Japan.
GGBoyz take the lead.
They really need specials here. They really need to coordinate together. And it seems like Echo could get the kill on Taiji. Watson against Etona now, very important. Kaito takes finally some coordination between the players. And it's gonna be enough to take back the zone, thanks to Majin Bomb Rush. Majin gets the pick with a direct. It's still left. It's gonna give jumps to his teammates, and that's gonna be what they need to get back control. They really need to get control of this full right side where Majin is right now. They need to get control here, and they also need to stop them from dorping from the left side. And yeah, Yamamichi being picked off so early is really, really good for them right now.
Dynamon going to deploy the ink armor.
They really need to paint up the map. Like, it doesn't seem Europe has enough map control to survive a push with armor from Japan, and Japan does it. Japan is gonna take almost a full, takes a full wipe, and is gonna take back the zone now.
That was one of the most crucial 1v1s, and unlike earlier in the set,
and look at Japan. They used only armor. They have all three of the specials available. It's mainly because Europe didn't paint at all around them. And because of it, they couldn't get away, and they couldn't stay alive from Japan, like, attack. Very important. It gets the pick on Kaito! This is really terrible right now. And we need Watson to survive this. Get the pick on Taiji, maybe. He wants to use it on Zone to get back control. And he's gonna get trashed down by the two players here. And he dies to Yamamichi, the god of these duelies, and it's gonna be really, really complicated for EU now.
Close it out. Looks like it's going to be no issue whatsoever.
All right, that's game.
The victory, they make it 3-2.
And this is definitely
for game 6.
This was definitely the game Europe had to win to kind of secure a spot for winning this grand final. Honestly, winning Splat Zones against Japan is like, okay, I'm better than you in Splat Zones is insane, you know.
And Ashley was very similar to the first match of Splat Zones, like Nine pointed out. The BackSquids taking the early advantage, but the GGBoyz really settling in, recapturing the zone, and then locking out the GGBoyz by really dominating their spawn.
Yeah, I think that
not the GGBoyz. It wanted to say the BackSquids there.
Come out really aggressive on Splat Zones, and basically the strategy there.
All right, so we're going to
really aggressive. If we can take over that Splat
we're going to game 6 now, and I really would like to see a game 7.
Back and go ahead and move forward.
It couldn't be better for the game to see a game 7 in the grand finals of this tournament, honestly.
aggressive on that first push because they can always just come right back.
And Nine, you talked about a big-time 1v1 matchup. Let's roll back the replay and see what you were referring to. This was a moment where really this
like honestly everyone expected
really
Europe to get stopped.
GGBoyz on the ropes.
Yes.
Which is definitely not the case now.
Did a great job of using the cover,
but we can definitely that their Splat Zone's game is way below Japan's.
You can barely see them both shooting at each other. A little bit of strafing there, but Taiji taking that completely compromised the bridge. One more goes down off screen, and it just fell together.
They get the
because they had 3 specials available. This is really insane.
13 seconds away from tying them, so we now see some of the great defense the BackSquids play. The GGBoyz give them a taste of their own medicine. We now get set for game 6. It'll be tower control on Moray Towers.
Tower control Moray, guys? Tower control Moray. Okay.
Obviously, Moray Towers.
I think tower control is really the mode of BackSquids. Like they're probably very good players for Splat Zones in Japan. Like they're pretty good for Splat Zones in Europe and in West in general. But they are so good at tower control. They showed it yesterday against SCDX. They showed it today again against GGBoyz.
And if you're the BackSquids, you were in this situation yesterday. You were down 2-1 against Set to Destroy X, and you're able to win the next 2 games to make your way to the finals. Tell us about what's going through the minds of these players, most likely.
Well, the BackSquids, no stranger to important wins on tower control. One of the greatest games I've ever seen played yesterday. They have to be confident. They know that this is a back-and-forth situation. They're not being outmatched. They know that if they execute, they can bring it to them. And I think it's almost the exactly same thing coming from the GGBoyz.
Yesterday and today.
All right. We're here.
Tower control was the game mode that was by far the most close. Like this is the mode where no team was really showing better than any other, but it always came down to 1 or 2 plays. Like SCDX took the first TC, took this first TC game on Snapper Channel. It was a really important game for SCDX, and it really came down to a very small plays, like 1 inkjet from one guy getting 1 extra kill. And at the same time, they also, like, BackSquids qualified by winning Tower Control Inkblots.
Looking for a victory, just 1 win away from a world championship. Can the BackSquids, with their backs against the wall, make it a game 7?
Alright, what's up with the Tri-Splasher? He's really...
In the pink,
is really original choice. I think it's a really good weapon for the map, but sometimes for TC, I think you can sometimes see it's a stronger choice to go for the bowler here, just for the pressure, general pressure. At the same time, I like the choice of armor for this.
Right now, it's not working for them.
GGBoyz on the tower. If you remember last year, Dynamon.
Oh, it was the deciding game last year as well.
Themselves on Moray Towers. What poetic justice it would be if they could get the victory here today on Moray Towers. Early on, Ashley, we see the GGBoyz trying to.
And Taiji's playing Spell Shot instead of Tan Attack. That's really something.
A lot of Stingray action back and forth. I think Dynamon is.
Kaito is destroying his life right now. He's gonna die.
Because he wants to keep Echo away from his special for as long as humanly possible.
They are dropping 1 by 1. They are dropping 1 by 1. They are throwing right now. Don't hand the game right now, guys.
Dynamon pushing even more forward with
Echo, no! Guys! Don't do this to me!
Can the GGBoyz close this one out? 2 more BackSquids left.
This is over. This is it. This is the end. This is finished.
Be your champions, and they get it done.
Oh, what the fuck is this? Hey, honestly, the BackSquids won against us the same way GGBoyz won against them. They get a full wipe at the start. They keep killing them, and it's GG's. That's insane. I don't know if it's a throw, but
it was just too much from the GG.
It was a very hard game, like, for EU.
Dynamon's ability to move forward with that Stingray, and that Splat on Echo really told the story of this one.
That's one of the quickest moving tower control maps in the game. You saw right there, it was just 1 wipe, and it felt like they walked it all the way down to the 40s to that second checkpoint. And when you run,
and well, congrats to GGBoyz and the Japans for winning this.
If you
honestly,
get boxed out, it becomes
I'm so happy
incredibly
EU
difficult
could
to get
show
back
so
in.
much, because
Echo went down there at the very
a lot of
end that
people
staying
were
away from Dynamon.
expecting
Like you
SCDX
said,
to do
Dynamon
as well
knew
or
who the
to
target
defend their
was. They
title
needed to take out that sniper. They did
as least
that,
going into
and they
finals,
lost
and they
in the
lost
end.
And
to
Ashley, we got a
BackSquids, which
chance
was
to
really
win this
insane. Like,
championship last year in
I was
2019.
definitely rooting for you there, but still. And at the same time, EU taking 2 games off GGBoyz was really, really impressive. Dynamon back at E3, finally winning that E3.
Really great.
I can
Talk about retribution.
I can
The
assume he's so happy
GGBoyz
right
are
now.
your champions of the Splatoon 2 World Championship. Give them a round of applause, but also the BackSquids a round of applause. Wonderful, wonderful job. And Nine, what can you just say about the tournament action we've seen over the last couple of days?
Well, I know I said a bunch about yesterday's action and how great of a set it
Really
was,
impressive.
but today lived up to expectations. We saw emotion, we saw highlight level plays, we saw weapons of all kinds coming out here, and I think it speaks to how great of a game Splatoon 2 is that you can see such a great variety of weapons.
Well, we have some awards for our victors and for the trophy presentation. Let's bring him out again, the producer for Splatoon 2.
All right, it's time for the trophy.
Mr. Nogami.
Mr. Nogami never comes alone. He always comes with a translator. It kills me.
すごい戦いでしたよね。
Wow, what a great final battle.
Yeah, he was.
もう後ろで見ていてまだドキドキが止まらないです。
I'm still all worked up over seeing that. I can't believe it's over.
優勝した日本チームの皆さん、本当におめでとうございます。
I want to say congratulations to our champions, the Japan team.
はい。じゃあ
That's so cool.
それでは、優勝した皆さんの栄誉をたたえてメダルの贈呈をしたいと思います。
Now we'd like to present our winning team with some medals.
Oh, nice. Nice medals. Oh, this looks like really big medals, like. Yamamichi-san, omedetou gozaimasu. So this one is Eto now. No, this is Dynamo, never mind. This one is Eto now. And the fourth one is Taiji. It's really impressive that Dynamon and Taiji is the most famous Japanese player, and at the same time, he also is E3. With Dynamon, who's the second most famous. This is really impressive, come on.
それからトロフィーがありますね。
And we also have a trophy. Let's bring it out.
Oh, the table! The table! Oh, the table with the lights! It's perfect!
昨年の大会でアメリカチームが持ち帰ったトロフィー、今年は日本チームの手に渡りました。
Well, this trophy went to the American team last year, but this time it's going to the team from Japan.
Congrats, GGBoyz, honestly.
じゃあここで、じゃあここで記念撮影は大丈夫ですか？
Will we be taking a couple pictures? Let's maybe gather behind
じゃあ
the
皆さん
table.
で、じゃあぜひトロフィーを真ん中にポーズをとって。
まずはチーム4人で。
持っています？重いですよ、気をつけて。
Alright.
せーの。
They're so cool, like.
And Mr. Nogami, do you want to
そうで
join?
すね。じゃあちょっと僕も入らせてもらって皆さんで記念撮影を。
Hey, Nogami, what are you doing there, man? Did you win E3? Yeah, I agree, they were so cute. Definitely well-deserved win.
いや本当に皆さんお疲れ様でした。
Good work today, everybody.
でもヨーロッパのチームも本当に素晴らしい戦いでした。
And we also saw some excellent play from our European team.
素晴らしい。Hey, like Japan should do something where they go like they should say GG's to Europe or something like shake their hands or
それでは最後に僕の方からちょっと挨拶をしたいと思います。
And I'd like to continue with some comments from my end as well.
Comments? I heard comments? Release dates? It's not working as expected.
まずはもう一度改めて優勝した日本代表の皆さん、ですからおめでとうございます。
We'll finish by sending our Japanese team off the stage with one final congratulations. Let's hear it for them.
それから本当に出場したアメリカ、ヨーロッパ、ニュージーランド、オーストラリアすべてのチームの健闘を称えたいと思います。皆さんも拍手してあげてください。
And we want to hear some applause for all 4 of our teams from America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, showing us excellent play over these last 2 days.
I hope it's not the last comment.
そして本当に
He said そして means yes, and.
あとインターネットから中継でご覧の皆さん、この大会を盛り上げていただいて本当にありがとうございます。
Yeah, thanks everyone who's been watching from the start of the place.
Everybody watching this broadcast online at home.
Hey, I'm fucking bilingual in Japanese, guys. Come on.
いや本当に全てのチームが全力を出し尽くしたもう素晴らしいもう手に汗を握る戦いの連続だったと思います。
My hands haven't been able to stop sweating from the spine-tingling matches we saw continue one after the other, and I think you can safely say that all of our players left everything they had on the turf.
で試合の結果ももちろん素晴らしいんですけども、何より僕が素晴らしいと感じたのはこの大会を通じて世界中のプレイヤーが交流を深めたことだと思います。
And while the results of the tournament are certainly something special, the thing that makes me happiest is to be able to hold a tournament like this that brings players together from around the world and allows them to extend and deepen their sense of community with each other.
I wouldn't have said better. What a god. Like, good talk.
ゲームが世界中の人々をつなぐ架け橋になっていたら研究しているものとしてはこれ以上の喜びはありません。
And as a researcher, you know, there's no greater joy than to use an event like this as a sort of a bridge. If we can use games, things like this, to bring players together and bring them together, extend that communication I mentioned earlier.
スプラトゥーン2を応援してくださって支えてくださった全世界のファンの皆さんに改めてお礼を申し上げたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
And I want to use this opportunity to sincerely thank all of our fans around the world for their continued passion and support for Splatoon 2. Thank you so
I'm sorry,
much.
you can't go like this, Nogami. You don't have the right. Okay, it's not going away. It's not going away.
さて、そんな皆さんにここで一つ私からお伝えしたいことがあります。
But now that we have you all here, there are a couple of things we'd like to share with you.
Okay, bro, that's time. Finally.
発売前の
That's a lot of things. He has a lot of things written.
アップデート
All right, time. Let's go. What are these weapons? What the fuck are these weapons? Like what?
終了するとお伝えしていましたが、はい。この度武器のアップデートを2018年12月まで継続することにしました。
So, before Splatoon 2 launched, we had a Splatoon 2 Nintendo Direct in which we announced that we would be continuing to support the game with updates for up to 1 year after its release, or until July 2018. We're here to tell you that we'd like to continue updating weapons for the game until December of this year.
Yeah, December, I'll take it, bro.
ステージもあと少しだけ追加します。
New weapons, but we'll also be adding a couple stages, so keep a lookout for those.
映像出ますかね。
So let's see if we can get a video of that. I'd like to show you a little video. Those stages and those weapons. Let's call for it. See if we can get it out here. Here it goes.
Alright.
はい。このような新しい
Oh, it's like there is S coming out from it.
随時追加されますので、ぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
The stages look so cool.
So these weapons
Oh, it's the one that got leaked.
kind of continue in a rollout, so we hope that you'll
The
be looking forward
theme
to
is incredible. Like, the graphics are insane.
もう一本ご覧いただきたい映像があります。
But we have one other video we'd like to show you.
こちらをどうぞ。
Please take a look.
One more video? They're seated! It's gonna last long! Oh, this is Octoexpansion release dates. Finally! Finally Octoexpansion release date, guys! Oh, here comes the spoil of every single level in the game. This is the... What the fuck?! What the fuck?! What?! This is insane! Let's go! Dude, I love you, Nintendo!
Splatoon 2の有料追加コンテンツオクトエクスパンションが配信されます。
This is perfect. This is perfect.
DLC for Splatoon 2, the Splatoon 2 Octoexpansion, and it is going to be available starting tomorrow.
時差がありますので少し各地域の時間には差があるんですけども全世界ほぼ同時に配信開始されます。
Now this will be a worldwide simultaneous release, but please check that screen that we showed earlier for the release times in your region.
アメリカの時間で言えば明日の夕方ぐらいになり
So
ます。
it's in 2 days.
Speaking from an American
like
perspective, this
it's
will
not
be
tomorrow for me.
evening that it will launch.
It's like tomorrow for
80以上のステージと新たなストーリーが
tomorrow for American, but it's
シング
like
ルプレイのモードで
on Tuesday, I
初め
think.
てタコの
Yeah,
姿で
no,
プレイすることがで
Thursday,
きます
Thursday.
So in this
For
Splatoon
Europe.
2 Octoexpansion, you will be able to play for the first time as an Octoling character as you explore 80 new stages and the Splatoon 2 story and world at a deeper level.
How much viewers are
あ
there?
と1日だけお待ちく
100.
ださい
Okay, 100,000.
Please just wait one more day.
Congrats, Nintendo. Nice move.
そしてさらに
And one more thing. Oh no, we're
オ
not
ット
done.
エキスパンションの主人公であるタコガール、タコボーイ、タコのアミーボの発売も決定しました。
We've also decided to release amiibo figures for the main characters in the Octoexpansion.
Oh my god,
The
Octolings
Octoling
again.
Girl, the Octoling boy, and the Octoling Octopus.
Oh, it's pretty good actually. They look really good. Like I really like the Octoling girl.
発売を予定しています
Like
が、
for sure.
詳細はまだ未定ですので続報をお待ちください。
Now we've decided to release these amiibo within 2018, but for further details about the release date, please stay tuned.
So they just decided like recently, yeah, right?
私からお伝えしたいことは以上です。
That is all I've got for you today.
2日間、スプラトゥーン2ワールドチャンピオンシップにお付き合いいただき本当にありがとうございました。
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Splatoon 2 World Championship over the last 2 days.
引き続きイベントをお楽しみください。
And please continue to enjoy the remaining, not avoid, you're going to be here. You want to enjoy the remaining tournament footage.
私はこれで失礼するんですけども、インクリングはもしかするとこの後も登場するかもしれません。
All right, I'm going to be leaving the stage now, but keep your eyes open. You might glimpse a couple inklings coming up.
Thank you!
Thank you very much.